there are a lot of things happening. I suspect there's someone I found sounds like an imposter. The way he speaks in English, stressing on the syllables, making fun. Didn't sound, it wasn't touching for me. Didn't sound good. True, another problem. Anyways, this is an old case of mine. The Syed ran away as absconder to London. I couldn't get him. I couldn't get his father's name. I became soft-hearted. Or when I wanted to get up, I couldn't get up to go to the High Court, Sindh Court, and find out about his father. Ask people where Syed Yusuf Zaidi's father is, a judge in Sindh Court in Karachi. But that was too early, like they had fooled me, right, saying that Fatima Zahra's son, all this. So, what's this? Hey, Shia crooks and criminals. So I've known this family, uh, Gokul family, and from there, Abbas Gokul's wife. I was in when I was in a mess, in a hell in my home. She had come from Geneva for Shahudi's wedding to Karachi. She shouted at me. So, like, so there's a history like Shia and Indian, and she's an Indian woman, Indian Muslim from a Shia Muslim from India. Her family, very dangerous people. BCCI. When the BCCI thing happened, these Shias also. Since Modi has come, I feel like before he's disguised. He's a Muslim actually, or he's sold to the Muslims, I'm not sure. But seems I suspect him to be have a very soft, or in heart he is a Muslim, although they showed that, maybe he's behind the killing, Gujarat riots, and all this. So this is how he came. Muslims were afraid of him, Indian Muslims. Someone told me that maybe he's going to, if Modi comes, they had heard about him, and they told me here. Um, So this is how they fooled the masses that he's against Muslims and all this. And this rumor against him, there was this investigation against him that he got the Muslims killed or something. I don't know. In the Gujarat riots, his hand was in that. But it wasn't, they didn't find any evidence against him. So finally, he's turned out to be friend of the Muslims. Muslims have nothing to fear, but the way they show it, there's a big political dirty thing going on. Well, it's like my case when it's too late, you find out, and you're gone case, you're finished. No one can save you, like no one can save me. Like this Fatima's son, he said he was Syed Yusuf Zaidi. And so a lot of things going on, like Muslims disguised, or they're sold to Muslims, Hindus in India sold to Muslims. There's poverty there and all this. Uh, So this one person I found, right? Maybe he's a Hindu. Uh, looked like didn't look like a Hindu. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I like the way he talks in English, who is Radha? Uh, enough is enough. So his story didn't sound very heart touching, and he's like using. I mean, of course, he's using Quran way. Like, don't question it, bugs, don't question Radharani. Now he must be questioning. I mean, me, let's see what he does. But I warned him to stop this. Of course, like, my warning won't take any kind of, effect, have any. These are Indians who also rule the world. They want to, or they've been hyped up. Like, the Muslims, extremists, like, we will take over Sharia in Europe, this, that. Well, I heard his story. Seems like he's not a sincere person. He doesn't know. And also looks a bit like, but Hindus, Muslim, but his eyes and all, they look Muslim, right? And so, but some Hindus do look Muslim, and so uh, he, I mean, I was like, please, what did I say here to him? And please mind, I mean, you can, I make some mistakes here in English. How is he going around telling the story of Radharani? No, no, this is no way. I'm Radharani. Sorry, this is no way. This is no way of telling my story. You don't look sincere, and neither do you sound sincere. It seems you are making fun and mocking the Hindu style of speaking in English. Too much stress. So he's not, like, how Radharani's story it should go right through you, in your heart, and beyond, take you beyond. Looks like a Muslim. Okay, maybe he's Hindu. Like, there are Hindus who look like Muslims. I've had enough. It seems you are making fun and mocking Hindu style of speaking in English. Be calm and unpretentious. You can try to fool Hindus. I wonder what is your background. You look more Muslim than Hindu, meaning you are fake and an imposter. I'm warning you now. But of course, this in my madness, like warning, it had no effect. No effect. We have to know how to take action, proper action. But when you've been rendered helpless, your energy has been taken away. Then it's like that empty threats, empty warnings. You can't take action. You can just curse and abuse, and that then it gets to that stage in your life when you are helpless, feeling hopeless, helpless, without energy. You don't know. So I forgot to put no here. You don't know who Radharani is. and how to speak about her. What is your background? There have turned out to be many imposters in India. I guess this is how they want to, these hypocrites. But it's a test for me because I was saying in Surah, like the Surah, Surah 33, I, like kill them, hypocrites. What is this, right? So it's a test. And who is Radha Rani that you can't, with this kind of way, talk about Radha Rani? This is not a sermon. I mean, a Muslim sermon. Right? And telling them not to question anything. Now there's this and there's that and that and that. What is this really? Like this. That is that and that and it and it and that. Stop it now. Muslims, I will give my life. I am Radharani. So, you don't know who Radharani is and how to speak about her. What is your background? Stop making a mockery. I can tell. It's not coming from your heart. Have you taken some drugs? Part 2. No, this was part. Oh, I've shared it on Facebook. Even if he removes these comments, I'm Radharani. Sorry, there's no way of telling you. Okay, on Facebook, maybe. No, this is part 2. He must be sleeping. Beware, these Muslims, or sold to Muslim Hindus, are fooling you through Sanatanis, comma. I missed the comma. Maybe Madiyat. She was. These hypocrites are causing damage to Indian Hindus. Sorry, I don't mean to cause disturbance, and I hope you just become aware of these fake self-made gurus or whoever they call themselves to be. Even Modi. I'm telling you, Modi. I'm not telling you. You just look at him for some time, right? Look at him. Modi is a true Muslim. Okay, he will do rituals, that, all that. Because they have found themselves in India, which is, they can't, they can't bomb blast and too much, right? His mother or his aunt, I've known, or he looked like the Challiwali lady's son. Okay, so, there was a Bangladeshi Jadugar who told me when I went to him that some lady with this, fruit seller kind with the bag. It's like a plastic fruit bag. she's done jadoo on you to cut your potential. Okay, beware of these Muslims. Sorry, I don't, but it just sometimes that bow comes on me that I'm Radha Rani, and this person doesn't, they even looks like my stepbrother. Even the, but maybe they're lookalikes and all this. Maybe India, but he's in UAE. So, when he smiled, since Modi has come to power, these Muslims are making a mockery, and he's been helping them to make a mockery of all this. A Bhakta can question and has the right to question, right? Even a Bhakta can question, Bhakta devotee of Radharani, and should have the right to question. Um, I question. Oh, so I'm always questioning. Could this be a conspiracy theory? Looking at conspiracy theories. Okay, a bhakta, yes, is a devotee, but the way he's saying they don't have the right, almost, like that is idiotic way of in the Quran. Do not dispute him. Are you disputing him? In Surah Najm, it's idiotic, and it's like fools. And if you love Allah, follow me. Allah will love you. Blindly, like going like following in an idiotic way. This is idiotic, fooling people, right? The Quran ayat, Muhammad, don't make it like the Quran, where that Allah, where that Allah doesn't want you to question Prophet Muhammad, and like idiots, they follow him and honor him. He also made them blind and fearful in his love, calling himself the beloved of Allah. Now, if Radharani has come back and is questioning, maybe I am Radharani. I don't want to say I'm. So I don't know what is going on here. In me also, like, this force gets me to say that I'm Radharani. You cannot tell here. So I'm not Radharani. I am Radharani. Okay, this other guy over there, he looks more like maybe Sriam's son or something, but looks like a Maiman to me. So maybe the Muslims have worked on this. It's a long. It's not like they're not going to bomb blast you. See, they've studied the Quran and they know who the hypocrites are. Hypocrites are described in the Quran. Ayat Allama Rashid Rabi was saying in Surah Baqarah, but I found more description in others in other surahs too about hypocrites. And you read about this hypocrisy. Moreover, I know what Sadhguru said, that when you read the Mahabharata, you don't question it, just read it like a story, and you breathe in that faith, that maybe just read it like maybe it will come to you, it will come into your heart, right? Or wrong? I don't know. What do you meant? So, okay, I think India is I don't mean to, but I have to say this, mean to disturb anyone. But India is infiltrated with Muslims, disguised as Sanatani Dharms and all this, unfortunately, or sold, or they just look down upon, and they want to make it like the Quran, like Islam. Don't talk against our gods, otherwise we'll kill you, or we'll do this. So this is, I mean, the story didn't really, it's a story, you know. It's like what mother, father, love, God. He's making a mockery of it by too much. Like, you know, the depth is not actually, he's trying to give you the depth of the story, or the, I don't know, but it's just giving you the width and not the depth. You get it? He's Vinay Alvar. But you know, there are big people in India, right? Very rich, wealthy. And Indians have control over youth. They, I, I see that the gurus, they have control over other people's lives. And they think that what they have said is like they will run the lives of others. Like, you know, so covert narcissism. Let me just see. Um, like Dr. Sam Vatni was saying about the spiritual. Oh yeah, so he's. This one is a good example. And even Radharani said, like, it's not coming from his heart. He, so he starts with Krishna. He has to explain in his part one, but it's the width. It's not the depth that he's giving you. It's only the width he's giving. It's the. Like, I don't know how to say that. I've got my own description, width, but not the depth. You know what I mean? You see, God, the more he describes it, the more he's making a mockery of it. And how many children did they have? Didn't they have more than three? Oh, so, oh no, but that's, okay, so don't question that. Leave that alone. Just eat this here, right? Right, 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 right. Okay, I can't say it, but it comes out from me as like I'm angry. Right, right. Now this way, you can't tell Radharani's story, right? So, like, how many did Kamsa kill? How many children? Did, so, oh God. But I don't believe in psychiatrists, although there's of psychiatrists helping. But Dr. Vaknin's made sense, at least in this analysis of spiritual narcissists. No, no, he's not a spiritual narcissist. He's just trying to make a mockery of the depth. Many people have been. So we just have to take it gracefully. Like I was telling Syed Yusuf Zaidi, please pray that I leave Mrs. Munira Gulzar gracefully. Like, you know, we low by, think, very gracefully. Leaving hypocrites gracefully. Not killing them, not exposing them even. So a person with greatness, please, but expose it. But now, like I was, someone had, Michael R. Smith had, the patience. He had posted something on Facebook, and I said in the comment section that I have no patience. Yeah, maybe great people still, they endure hypocrisy. So I was, what did he posted something, and I said I have to expose the hypocrites. I mean, I feel compelled. It's a compulsion, but Sadhguru would say this compulsion is not good, right? Okay, they've done something. I don't know how. Michael R. Smith. So, to bear with unbearable sorrow, a song comes up. To endure impostors, endure them. I don't know who, I can't find that post. So, to endure, but, but why? And alone, standing alone. To endure imposters, standing alone, being alone, crying alone. I saw that, yeah, they say there's a lot of virtue in that, strength in that, standing alone, when no one would stand with you, no one would understand you. To right the unrightable wrong, to dare where the brave, to go where the brave dare not. Who is that? God knows. Oh God. So God knows what's going on. So maybe it's I've lost trust in the world, in you, Hindus also. So I tried and it didn't work. I'm very tired. Screencasting didn't work. And so just give me a minute. Sorry, excuse me. So who showed me this? So I feel like shouting and saying enough is enough. I'm not strong. India's infiltrated. I have a nervous breakdown. Ooh, this mine looks like my step. Something's wrong with India. Okay, yeah, so well, they, I don't know how to say this. So, and these Indians have, they, I don't know. I don't know if I'm Radharani. Oh, I'm Radharani. Ouch. It's coming with a force. I can't. Is this the enemy? No. It's their auntie. You've got them. You have recognized the imposters. Their aunties. Yeah. My mother's aunt, father's sister is saying this. Please beware. True Sanatanis would never do. It's becoming too much in India. Um, I feel like cursing, abusing, and all that. I'm really sorry. I have a nervous breakdown. Okay, it's connected after a long time. I can't. They're idiotic people. What is that? Cruel. Okay, so acting off. If you see hypocrisy, what I saw in childhood is amazing. I can't act like. Maybe here I'm becoming a hypocrite. I feel like, when when you're so scared and then weakened, then of course you're going to be, and then you have to, like, I don't know, hypocrisy comes in, right? Imposter, you feel like an imposter. Okay, so Radha Rani is not like Kali, right? And he is love, divine love. So very sweet. She's very sweet, and she's not bad, and like she doesn't want you to believe in her. Rather, question her. Don't believe in her. She doesn't want you to believe in her. Oh, and he said that the Hindus believe that Radha Rani cannot be born, but you know, Radha Rani can be born, and you all are Radha Ranis. Your love, divine love, your divine goddesses. Okay, this is not like Islam. So maybe it's going in the old whatever God. No, it's all. It's Radha Rani would never want this Zahra Auntie Devi, or am I speaking? I can't even make. Okay, so when it's like, so Radha Rani is your mother may punish for, but please, this is not the punishment, ego bashing. No, no, it's not like that. It's not even maybe to teach you a lesson. Love demands no sacrifice. Love, you see, when Allama Rashid Torabi was talking about, You see, goodness doesn't need an opposite. Evil, that's what you. But the Quran ayat says that God tests you with good and evil. So I found, but then I used to think about what Allama Rashid Turabi had said, this part, that goodness needs no opposite for it to be known as good. But good, what is good? Definitions I learned through life experience, reading books. What the Westerners think good, maybe the Easterners don't. Cultures are different. There's relativity and all. So, this Radharani is not what these people say. She doesn't follow. There's no rule for love. Love goes beyond rules. Sometimes love, Radharani, what is love? You love one person here. You don't have to love God. God will come down for you. These Hindus, they haven't, you don't have to love God. Even if that person leaves you, you just have to believe in yourself when the world goes against you. I know it's hard. These Hindus, love doesn't follow any rules. God knows where they're coming from now. There's no passion of ego. There's no love dissolves it very effortlessly. There's no ego. You won't, you don't have to worry, check yourself, anything. Love lifts us up to where we belong. These Hindus have forgotten. Those who go by the scripture may go by the scripture. Now, where is about Lord Chaitanya in the scripture? That how many times Radha's Radha will be coming, and Lord Chaitanya, they say, is half of Radha, half of Krishna. Huh? What's that? Was Lord Chaitanya born, or did he? So how did Radha? How did he? How was he half Radha and half Krishna? Like Radha was born. Radha was born. So these people who give you the scriptures, through the scriptures telling you, and they read the scriptures like they, these like these priests, padri. Wow, what do you call these Hindu? What do you call them? No, this I have to correct. See, love with love, I said. The whole rules change for love. It's like one. It's beyond. It's like physics. Physicists are saying, materialist physicists are saying, what is this quantum physics? Lord Chaitanya. I don't know what they've done to love. So those who believe in Lord Chaitanya, he is considered the chief of life. And they consider him half of, but half Radha, Was he born to anyone? Or, like Radharani, born Vishvambara Mishra. Wait, these people, they don't know what they're talking about. When they talk about Radharani through the scripture, they don't know what they're talking about. These are young concases. So, I don't want, also, don't want that you become like Shias, very emotional. I don't. But love, just love. So let them. Try to destroy. But Shias at work. Maybe like Syed Yusuf Zaidi said, he had a mission. These people are very clever. They're like 50. I'm, I'm like, is he on drugs or something? Who is this guy? He's like it's like reading the Quran or about Prophet Muhammad. So Prophet, when Hussein was born, I will tell you what this. So when Prophet Muhammad was born, angels came down and all that, right? Allama Majlisi, Hayat al-Qulub. Now they're against. So now what they're doing is they're making gurus, or so Amma was saying against, and now there's this video against Amma. She's changed her name, and there's all this intoxication of becoming Christian. So of course Christians are at work too. Maybe in India, uh, before also they did this. So if you want to believe, believing is not the thing. It's not believing. We are human beings. We don't know. So why would the divine want us to know anything, right? Because as humans, we are prone to making mistakes. We can't tell the story of a divine love or something, right? Divine God coming down. Unless we become divine ourselves, how can, I question, how can we know this pure, that Allah wishes to purify al-Bayt? Okay, He wishes to purify, but how can we know the pure? We are nijas, right? Anyways, not masoom, not. How can the impure know the pure? They can't, and neither does the impure. Uh, we There's a mixture. Okay, you can put in milk, water. But they say, the Shia say that there's no way Ahlul Bayt come to where Najazat is, and you can't speak, you can't imagine like they won't come and touch you and all this kind of a thing. I can't explain this. I don't know, like what was it? My mind is not working properly. So whatever it is, I'm panicked. That was ouch, my neck. So there, no, I'm not. There's a Muslim jinn. He's so um, they messed up my case, right? Syed Yusuf said, God, and what is this really? That she should become my wife. I love her. Boom, boom, boom. So it's sick. And I don't know who these people are. These Hindus also. Sorry, sometimes some Hindus, like, they're not Asuras, Duryodhan, Ravanas. And some Christians think that Irani Muslims, ex-Muslims now, if they left going after something like Christianity, same monotheistic, but see, they will never, Muslims, most of them will become Christians. Very few. And then we have the Christians after us, the ex-Muslim Christians after us, become Christian, not Hindu. Then we have these type of people. You know, like, so when you try to deceive God, then God will deceive you, like you deceive yourself. Oh, Quran ayat, yeah, Makkar. So, oh, because you know, so the Christians will say that, oh, your God is Makkar. But it's the same thing they will tell you, right? So don't go for the idol worship because it's a stupidity, childish. And why worship stones when you have a Son of God, right? Right, and what else was there? Yeah. Oh, so Krishna told Arjun in the Gita something that I am like, Imam Ali said, if I want to be clever, I can be more clever than Mawiya or more successful, like that, or more treacherous and all this. So Krishna said the same, something to that effect, right? And so you won't get it. You won't get it. So they, I don't think so. What? Who is Radharani? By the scriptures with, and you won't understand. Krishna's life story will explain Radharani. So I leave it. Anyways, I got into this because then later on, I didn't want to get into this Hindu thing. Leave them alone. Um, I'm not. I'm not Radharani. I'm not. Thank God I got. So this is not Devi. This is a Shia jinn, which Yusuf Zaidi. Um, they believe in jinns, Jafar jinn, and Shias believe in jinns. So Yusuf Zaidi, he put something in me. After 21 days, he said something good is going to happen. So we couldn't catch him in negligence. He ran away. He wanted to go to London. Negligence. They spoiled my case. Each one thinking that they know better. Yusuf Zaidi thinking that अभी मैं खाक के शिफा से और तुरबत से उठ के तुम लोगों को बताता हूँ सच क्या है. ज़हरा क्यों ऐसे ज़हरा ज़हरा ने ज़हरा जी आप रूम में क्या कर रही हैं. यूसुफ ज़ैदी देख लिया. So they've got a jinn stuck on me. He sent email, jinn stuck. लो खुदा माफ़ नहीं करेगा. किसी को मारा तो नहीं. किसी का गॉसिप तो नहीं किया, मुद्दा तो नहीं किया. किसी लड़की की इज्जत तो, किसी का एंजॉय तो नहीं किया हमने. उसको पैसे दें ये मुद्दा, शुक्र है ये तो नहीं किया. किसी लड़की की इज्जत अपने उस डिज़ायर के लिए, गंदा डिज़ायर, ये जो भी है वो नेचर गिवन है तुम लोगों के लिए, शियाओं के लिए. लाइक स्पर्म से तो क्या हुआ, ये अल्लाह ने हमें स्पर्म इमाम अली को गंदा लगता है, राइट. मे बी इट इज़ निजस. तो सोचो कि तुम लोग किस लाइक स्पर्म व्हाट यू वर. हम स्पर्म, हम एग भी थे, पता नहीं क्या थे, लेकिन निकल आए. सो रियली फिर वो ना शिया में वो गंद खी छोटी छोटी बात पर खी अपने आप नीचे से नहीं रखो. इतना शैतान पर छोटी छोटी बातें लाइक यूरिनेट. ओह थोड़ा सा, ओह आई हैव टू वॉश माई सेल्फ. खी इस बच्चे ने मुझ पे पेशाब कर लिया, आई हैव टू दिस थिंग, लाइक बच्चे का पेशाब है. स्टुपिडिटी रियली लोगों की सब चीज़ अखई 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 हो जाती है ना. रिपल्शन बढ़ता है. तो जब तक लाइक लाइक इतना अहले पे है and then you go with your wife or someone and you're like animals, like so really something that teaches you, like what Dr. Sam Vakning was saying. I was like, oh, what is this? Like, this is sick. The sexual thing, people, after the release using, people feel it's sick. It's sickening. And no, if you're taught properly, like maybe the Hindus from when you, and you know, um, the different postures, like, okay, this animal way, we have to do it like this or become like that. So that's, if you're taught, then it's not sickening. It's sickening because you're taught it's sickening. Like, you're taught a decent way, sit, and like you can't even, in front of your father, if you're a Shia, you can't even like put, stretch, you have to be so like stiff, sitting, like, go very like decent manner. Of course, for Muslims it would be sickening, or for the Christians who've had the moment I liked purity and baby Maryam, the college which was full of girls, and we Desis and Muslims. I felt so sick, disgusted at times against lesbians, and like all, like, what is that? Maybe it was wanting too much over purity. Oh my God! And then if you like my purity is going, like, so. When I started to like baby Maryam, she's not married. Like how the Muslims, and no man has touched her. So I think the Hindu way, that there's this way when we become animals, like, so we have to accept that. That is not what we are taught. To accept the impurity, everything. Problem. That's why even maybe Dr. Sam Vaknin, a psychologist may say this, but where did the psychologist come from? Where's the psych? It is the human psychology, or is this from Freudian, or you know? So I think if children are taught that to accept your animal, your wild nature, uh, not that purity where oh, oh baby Fatima Zahra, it's like she didn't even give birth from that. She gave birth from her inner thighs to her son. Where it just came, they came out like God knows, and purity, 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 purity in a sense, too much overly. So when you make love or something, you think it's so sick. We're animals here. What is this? Right? So they haven't been taught. Like the birth, a husband, a father. Like sometimes, this father, he said, no, no, father to be. He said, no, I want to see the birth of my child. Then he became sick. He felt repulsed seeing the birth of his child. He was there in the labor room with his wife. For some time, he was like feeling repulsed of his child and baby. These things, not all, but sometimes to certain fathers it happens. So I feel that we need to be, since childhood, accepting, not too much, like shyness. And I won't talk to this boy, and I'm untouchable and untouched. This is like, and then you grow up and, oh, what's this? This like animal. and saying Bismillah, oh, toba, 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 like such a distinction, difference, past. So I think we should. It's my thing. I'm talking out loud, like my thinking out. Don't want to share with anyone that doesn't want to be here. Or then, and people are going, why is a woman talking like this? This also they, and like they have bad, dirty minds. We're looking at Indian. My father was showing me. Look at the romance between Narjas and Raj Kapoor, and I said, quiet, okay. My father's talking like this, and I'm very shy. I was very shy. So maybe he thought, that I was going into lesbianism or what. With this. And then finally wouldn't marry his cousin, his nephew. So that's why maybe he was showing me, the look at this, the romance. Although his nephew never knows how to romance, he just pounced. Maybe he should teach his nephew what is romance. We're not used. So that's why even the psychologists, oh no, maybe they've had this, that atheists also, or if you see the Kama Sutra and if you go near that linga and try to, you know, go near it, try the Kama Sutras, right? Like you see, these Hindus, they didn't have much problem putting their, cleaning up bathrooms. In Karachi. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So this people, oh God. So, okay, I'm not Radharani, but seeing in Hindu text, the way they say these things, it's really Radharani. There should be very a person, a divine, another divinity to talk about. Not everyone should be talking about Radharani every time they can have. The scriptures explaining. So I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't want to get into trouble with, but I already am. And with the Hindus, first, oh God. So it's really weird. Maybe there are devils. Maybe we are all devils in disguise. Since year 2000, I really cannot believe. Like, I can't trust anyone. You see, the principal, the even your own mother, or you yourself don't know yourself unless you know yourself, unless you know who you are. I don't know. You one can't trust one's shadow. I don't know. It's really weird. In year 2000, the way they put things in me and made me, the principal, then the babes and the madams, babes are being sent to help me, and God knows what. So people deciding for your life how you should live your life, and how, what their definition of happiness is. So wanting you to live that life where they feel that this is happiness. And okay, that like someone might think I may be a covert narcissist, right? But someone may think that I am possessive when I'm protecting